We're here at Floyd's Fork Park, which is in our district of District 20. We're here to make sure that people in our area who don't have internet, they have internet. It was really brought to our attention during COVID that all these kids were getting on school buses and trying to do their homework. This just wasn't fair. To the people in the far reaches of our county, everybody likes utilities, water and electricity, but the internet is about like that anymore. And so we need to make sure that everybody has equal opportunity to be heard. We're already working on making the connections. We're maybe a year out from getting everybody. Some of the people are already getting hooked up now, and it's exciting. I'm with my colleague, Tony Pezzantini. Been on the council about 6 years, and Tony, when you first come on, you didn't realize all the people in our area didn't have internet, and since then, you've worked really hard with me. How do you feel your role has been in this council?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it has been to support the work that you already started, Stuart. So I really appreciate the leadership that you've had. You know, obviously council members don't have, as you well know, don't have the ability to directly impact things, right? We're doing a lot of advocacy. We're getting budgets together. We are pushing the other branches of government, particularly the executive branch, to get to places. So I've loved supporting and working with you because, to your point, when I first came on council, and I live in the sort of central to western part of my district, where all the neighborhoods there do have high-speed internet, I didn't realize how many residents that we had, and redistricting has even changed that even more, yeah, that didn't have access to this really critical piece of infrastructure. So it's been an honor to work with you and to advocate for these dollars to be in these budgets and to advocate for the funding to get here and then to be executed on.
I appreciate you saying it. My aide, Angela Webster, in the past 10 years has really worked hard to identify the problem and try to make or help have Spectrum understand, and they have stepped up. And so since then, you know, you've involved with it, and your constituents have noticed what you have done. And I guess that's made you feel pretty good that we're finally doing something to help alleviate the problem that people are having.
Yeah, I would say, first of all, there's always a concern, particularly the folks that we're talking about live really on the far eastern side of Jefferson County, right? So far from downtown, almost on the Shelby County border and some of these county borders. And, you know, there could be a perception, right, that they feel neglected out there. And truly, there are few government services that are provided to them very directly, right? So it has really been, and they have been incredibly happy and proud of their representation, that have been able to come and show something demonstrable that yes, the city hears them, we will deliver, and in this case, and to your point, also a thanks to Spectrum, who's been able to help us as a great partner in pulling this off.
We're very thankful for Spectrum stepping up and helping us, and we're glad that all the constituents who tell us what we need to do, and it's fun to try to help them. So we thank you all for taking time to get the message out to other people to know this is really going to be important and this is going to be helpful.
Absolutely.
Tony, I really appreciate you taking time coming out and helping me with me. This is a big task, but it's important.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much.
Thank you, Stuart. Appreciate you.
I'm with Kevin Kramer. We started the council together 22 years ago and has been an asset for the council. And now he's inherited a number of places without internet. And Kevin's been a real asset to try to help us. The more people we get involved in doing projects, the better it works. So Kevin, since you've been involved in this, what do you feel?
I could not be more happy that we're finally here today, right? After more than 10 years of trying to find ways to get federal money and state money and some of Metro Council's budget money out here. We're out here in this rural part of the community, and folks just don't realize that there are a lot of people out here that still don't have access. And it's not a question of having the cash to do it, it's a question of there is literally no internet access out here. So having Spectrum partner with us and all the great work that you and Angela have done over the last 10 years, just really happy that we're here finally on this day.
Kevin, over the, I don't know how many budgets, maybe the last 10 or 15 budgets, Kevin's really worked, been vice chair of the budget. He has worked really hard trying to get the budget to put internet in the budget. And so the more people talk about an issue, things really do happen. And Kevin's been an asset. And I guess you can see some of the things with residents, how they feel about having the internet. It's like giving them a new opportunity in life.
Certainly, well, and it's, you know, 15 years ago, we talked about cable television and it was a luxury, and then you lay broadband on top of that cable television, and so folks who had that access, you know, they were somewhat content. But again, out here in these rural parts of the community, there wasn't even cable. And so now, with the transition towards everything beyond the internet, from telemedicine to filling out applications for jobs to, and you know, the pandemic pointed out the real need for students at home trying to get an education. There are a lot of folks who just can't afford access to the internet, and so much attention has been spent there, and unfortunately, parts of communities, rural parts of communities, have been overlooked. And again, just grateful to Stuart for recognizing that that's an issue out here and pushing for all of these years to make sure that we cobble together grants from the state government, grants from the federal government, and wherever we could find money in the local budget to meld those dollars together, and then find a partner in Spectrum to make it possible to bring this out here. So,
Kevin,
you bet.
thanks a lot for being here and being a partner with us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for all the work you did to make this happen, Stuart.
Her company, Spectrum, has really made a big difference in what we're doing today, and I can't thank her enough. And Ellen, would you just tell them, since we've started this project, the number of things we've learned from the project?
This would not be happening but for your efforts, because for over a decade, I know our friend Angela Webster, your colleague,
Thank you so much.
has called me, I mean, 100 times. You have such a beautiful district, but a lot of District 20 is rural, and you unfortunately have so many constituents for years and years who have gone without internet, and it is a cause that you and Angela have championed. You have never stopped beating the drum on it, and this is a perfect example in life of the squeaky wheel getting the grease finally, and I'm so happy for you.
I've learned over my life, nothing gets solved without a bunch of people working and people being conscious of the problem and how you picked it up and you got your company involved and identify other things that we needed. You're right, Angela Webster, this wouldn't even be happening if it wasn't for my aid. She's a mover and a shaker. She really makes, I'm thankful that I've been connected with so many people who want to help.
Yes.
And then the people who we've now are they're coming in and they're so excited. I mean, that adrenaline makes you just think, oh man, I'm so glad we can make a difference.
It's your turn for something good to happen. If it's okay, can I just tell a story about how pivotal you have been in this? So, because again, it really would not be happening without you. So in 2021, you know, the pandemic was terrible for everybody for a million different reasons. It was terrible. One good thing that came out of it, though, was a lot of federal funding directed towards building out broadband to rural areas. So in 2021, we filed an application for a state grant, and we included your area. And the reason we included it, Stuart, is because you had told me about it for years. Angela had told me about it for years. We wanted to see if we could get some matching funds to make it work. But you made a critical commitment back in 2021, and that was to commit $250,000 from your office funds, your what are they called, CIF funds, capital infrastructure funds, as a match, a local match for the state grant. We believe that your commitment was pivotal in us actually getting that state grant. So you're the one who made it happen. We got the state grant, and then the next year, the city did an RFP that we competed for. We won that. So we're putting together your commitment, the city's commitment, state commitment, and $5.6 million of Charter Spectrum's investment in your district. And it's going to happen. It's happening right now. And but really, Stuart, it's because you never, number one, you listen to your constituents, and number two, you never let up.
Well,
never let up. So congratulations to you.
I am so thankful. But Ellen, you helping us out, you're the difference. You're the difference. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I know this has been a problem for so long. I'm so glad we could finally help get it solved.
High-speed internet is not a luxury, it's a necessity. We all need it, and so the people who don't have it now, we want to make sure they have it. If you don't know, give us a call. We want you hooked up.